I wish there was a way to track visa applications to America, because I'm pretty sure, I'm willing to bet money that over the last month or two, it's probably spiked. I reckon the amount of Europeans that have gone to America, not just Europeans actually, I mean, every other nationality apart from America, like, have gone to America for the World Cup and have just fallen in love with the place. It's just enormous. There is just so much content out there. People making videos about how just surprised they were about what it's really like in America. Like, it's endless. So many people. And it's fun for me because this is stuff that I discovered years ago. Like, you know, the image of America that's constructed in our media here and what's actually like there are just polar opposites, completely different.
Two Australian girls.
I really hope she managed to I think she said that she did move to the US. Hopefully, you know, she's there permanently, because I don't think she wants to go back to France anytime soon.
Girls walked into a famous Southern Waffle House for the very first time. Totally clueless about how things worked, but while they were still trying to figure out how to order, something completely unexpected happened that left them absolutely speechless. Check this out.
Guys, we're at Waffle House right now. This is no joke. We walked in, super Aussie. We're like, oh, our first time at Waffle House. It's so cute in here. Wow. Like, I was like, do we like get a menu? Do we sit or do we like go? I was asking her, like, do we sit and get the menu, or do we go up to the counter? Like, what do we do? What do we do? Then the waiter comes to give out food. And she's like, by the way, guys, you don't have to pay for this because the family sitting over there, they pay for our meal.
Wow, man. That is just like, the generosity is incredible, honestly. Americans, to be fair, from experience, very generous people. So many people have sent me such cool stuff. Shout out to you, Jeremy. Shout out to you, Ron Luck. You know, many other people. Yeah, Americans are very generous, I have to say.
Like saying, welcome to America. Is that normal? And we were so confused because we didn't even talk to them. They didn't even say hi.
Wow.
They
just paid.
I will die on this hill that Americans are literally especially the best in Pensacola, in the South. Yeah, I love Americans. They are the coolest people ever. And I've been saying this from the very start, and I've never had this happen to me.
Like, no one would do that at home.
No one does that.
Nobody would do that in London. Nobody. They would never. I'm just trying to think of a situation where a stranger who wouldn't even, they haven't said anything to you, would just randomly pay your bill. I don't think it would ever happen here. Unless he was trying to sort of like impress the lady to ask them out. That's the only situation.
In Australia,
for like a TikTok or something, no one would actually genuinely just do that.
Yeah, so Americans, I just want to make this video to say, we love you.
We love you.
We literally love you.
Next up, an Australian woman who has been living in the US for 6 years dropped a brilliant observation about American workplace culture. She noticed a huge secret behind how Americans communicate in business and daily life. A mindset shift that completely blew her mind. Check this out.
Americans don't just communicate, they perform confidence. I moved here in the US about 6 years ago, and what I noticed immediately is that they really, even if they're 50% sure, they're 100% confident. Watch any meeting. It's not about what you say, it's about how you say it.
For sure. That's something I've noticed. Americans tend to speak with a lot of conviction. Like, you know, they really sort of like are passionate about what they're saying, which makes the listener buy into it more. It's definitely something I've seen. Whereas here, people tend to be a bit less sort of, maybe is hesitant the right word?
It's about how you perform optimistically and confidently in being able to handle it. It's not arrogance, it's just a cultural thing. They want you to feel sure about yourself, and they want you to present in the way that you know things and you are the expert of it, and we can believe in you, that type. So this is what I learned from being an American.
Next up, an Australian expat living in Texas shared how she initially struggled to get used to the local lifestyle. Moving from a place where people usually keep to themselves, one daily habit in Texas completely caught her off guard. But it didn't take long before a totally random moment turned her into a massive fan of Texas. Check this out.
As an Australian, here's something that I did not expect to love about Texas, and it's really surprised me. People here are just really friendly. Strangers
This is such a recurring theme, isn't it? Like just how friendly Americans are. It just tells you, it gives you a glimpse as to how it is in other countries.
just talk to you everywhere and anywhere. At first, I was like, why are people talking to me all the time? Like, not in a bad way, but like, you know, I'm not used to strangers just having chit chat in the supermarket. But now that I'm used to it, I actually really love it. It's so nice. I had a very quick chat with a lady in the bread aisle yesterday at the supermarket and talking about how expensive everything is. Just a quick passing conversation with someone, and she was so sweet. I love that.
Me too. I love that. Because you never know, like, who you're talking to, who you might make a new friend. Talking to strangers is something I genuinely love. In London, it does happen, but not as much as it does up north. In the north of England and the Midlands, like Birmingham and up, it happens way more often.
I love that about Texas. I love how friendly people are.
Next up, a girl from Milan, Italy opened up about how moving to America completely transformed her self-esteem. Coming from a culture where fashion standards are strict and people rarely drop casual compliments, a completely random encounter inside a Walmart left her absolutely stunned. Check this out. Check.
Talk about how actually living in the US raised my self-esteem as an European. So I'm an Italian girl. I was born and raised in Milan. That's why I was like, I'm sorry if I say some words in English wrong, but you know, English is not my first language. Anyway, one of the first things that happens to me when I arrived here in the US, I was in Walmart and this woman approached me and just gave me a straight compliment. She just said to me like, oh, I love your hair and I love your skirt. Where'd you get it? And I was like, oh my God, thank you. Like, I really didn't expect that because this is something that in my country would never happen. There is no way, like, man that approach you and tells you, oh, you look nice or you look hot. Yeah, that happened all the time. But I mean, we know why, okay? The fact that a girl ups you and tells you, oh, you look gorgeous, you look very nice, love your skirt, I love your dress. This never happened, okay? Never. It never happened to me.
Getting randomly complimented by a stranger in a store is already sweet, but wait until you hear how this culture shift completely healed her relationship with her own body image. Take a look.
I asked my boyfriend, I was like, is this normal? And he said to me, like, yes, that's pretty normal. That's happened all the time. Like, if we like something, we just stop and tell that person that we like her shoes.
Which I think is great. Why hold it back, you know? Say it. Say it. I think it's great.
Or his shirt, whatever. And I was like, oh my God, this is actually like so nice. And this is something that boosts my confidence so much. Same things about my body confidence, okay? In Italy, a lot of people saying that we have a very body shaming mentality, and as an Italian, that's true. You need to be very, very skinny, okay, for being considered good looking, okay? Because my body is considered like fat in Italy, okay? Instead here, everyone like loves my body. All these things make me feel like so good. And this is something that I wish in my country will be implemented, but I think it never will.
Probably won't. I mean, a lot of countries are getting more Americanized because of the media that they're consuming. A lot of countries, Netflix, Disney Plus, you know, HBO, they're consuming American media in such huge quantities. I think aspects of American culture will sort of transmit into their cultures, but whether they'll become completely sort of Americanized to the point where random compliments and stuff start happening, I'm not sure. I
recognize that about myself. Like, I will never stop a girl and say, oh, I love your dress or I love your hair. I will look at her and I will think that I like it, but I will never tell her. Probably this is because we've been raised to have a lot of competition with other girls. I saw many American women on this app that are currently in Italy complaining about this. And unfortunately, this is true. And one of the things that I love the most of being here is the fact that actually I can see girls supporting other girls. This is just something that I really love about this country.
From strangers picking up the dinner tab to random compliments in supermarket aisles, it turns out stepping past the news headlines reveals a side of America you rarely hear about.
Absolutely. I mean, it's plain to see, isn't it?
I did not realize that I loved this about the US until I left it. I'm an American living abroad. This is the second country that I've lived in. And when I tell you guys, American kindness is real. I mean, like a stranger smiling at you, asking you how your day is, coming up to you, complimenting your outfit. That does not happen in other places. And I literally thought
It definitely doesn't happen in England. Nah.
I thought it was normal until I left. I live in the Netherlands, and if I walk by a girl on the sidewalk and I tell her I love her outfit, she looks at me like shocked, because people don't do that here. And I did not realize just how much stuff like that brightened up my days until I left the US and then returned and realized, wait, that hasn't happened to me in months. American people are some of the kindest people, and people outside of the US will say that we're fake, but we're not. We're just raised to be nice to people, even if we don't know them. And I'm from like the meanest part of the US, so that's really saying something.
If you
Honestly, I think it's true. I think the thing with Americans I've noticed is that you guys are a lot more expressive. Like, you speak your mind a lot more than Europeans. Europeans, on average, are a lot more reserved, I would say. Like, Americans, though, like, if they feel a certain way about something, they're much more likely just to say it.
American women are not oppressed, and anyone who's telling you that is lying to you. There are no rights you are losing. In fact, you are one of the most privileged women in the entire world. Unlike many other countries in the world that do not give equal weight or equal opportunities to women, America does. Not just that, there is codified laws to help support women, whether it's women's sports. Sex-based discrimination is not allowed within the workplace. There is no position in this country that a man can hold that a woman is not allowed to hold. We have a judicial system that is fair, and not just that, is often skewed by public opinion into a woman's favor.
Wow.
The divorce law benefits a woman. Child custody laws benefit women. I could go on and list all the details. It probably wouldn't change your mind because you're just going to be offended.
Next up, a French woman got incredibly emotional on camera while sharing a deeply...
I mean, she's probably right, that woman. I think America might be, like, America, the UK, Canada, Germany, like, the G7, the biggest, most developed Western countries, probably the best countries in the world for women, I would imagine. Or what do you guys think? I would think so.
Personal side of her journey to America. Before coming here, she was practically living under the weight of strict social expectations back home. But the moment she settled in the US, the contrast was so powerful it literally brought her to tears. Check this out.
You know why I feel so happy in the US? I can express myself in every aspect. The way I speak, the way I dress, the way I walk, even like in my business, in my project, in my creativity, I can just be me. And you know, like, I went to the doctor and I have this diagnosis and I'm like, fuck this. And it's the consequences of what happens when you have to shrink.
Oh my God, I hope the diagnosis isn't too bad.
When you cannot express yourself, when you just have to check some boxes because you have to be that way or that way, and you cannot just be yourself, express yourself fully. When you feel that you're living in a cage, and this is what happens. I'm sorry, I love my country so much, but there's something that feels so off.
Hearing how constrained she felt back home is heartbreaking. But wait until you hear the specific incident on the streets of France that made her realize just how freeing American culture truly is for her. Take a look.
2 days ago, I was walking, and I had a shirt and I was not wearing bra because I don't need a bra, and that's fucking it, and I don't need any justification. But people were just looking at me as if I was a problem, because that's the reality. When you walk here, people, they judge you. If you dare to dream too big or just to dream, it's not allowed.
Yeah, to be honest, I've heard my ex-girlfriend, she lived in France for a year and she spoke almost fluent French, but whenever she would make, a slight grammatical error, they would just be like, oh, that's not how you say this, really sort of demeaning. So, I mean, I kind of get what she means about maybe certain aspects of French culture. I'm sure not all French people are like that, but just like a personal anecdote there.
It's not allowed. You cannot really express yourself. And of course, it exists also in the US. You have to check some boxes because in the end, it's the cutest, the skinniest, and things like that. I'm talking to women, especially, who are going to win. But in the end, yes, in the US, I can breathe. I can
man.
breathe there. And I don't feel this competition as much like with women as much as I can feel it here in France. That's why I love the US so much, and I don't fucking care about what other things about the US.
Dude, she really wants to be out of France, man. She clearly wants to move to the US.
Because even myself, I was like full of cliche before moving to the US, but then I moved there and I fell in love there. It was never my dream, but damn, it changed me so much. It changed me so much, and I'm deeply, deeply grateful for everything that happened in my life that brought me there. Damn, I love the US.
One thing I want to say, though, is that obviously America isn't perfect. No country is. There's aspects of America that I'm sure Americans would love to see improved. But there's a lot that America does well. A lot. I mean, it's pretty obvious. You know, America's the richest country in the world, best military in the world, you know, biggest media companies in the world. There's just so many things America does well that I think it's easy for people that don't live there to get kind of brainwashed by, you know, the really vocal media companies that are essentially just trying to sell clicks and ad space that will just constantly, you know, talk bad on America. You know, there's a lot of like media companies. I think it stems from an inferiority complex. Like, I think a lot of media companies in the UK, because of the UK's increasingly diminishing importance on the world stage, feel like one way to sort of make up for that is to basically try and go after the big dog, which America is at the minute. And, you know, they just constantly pump out negative news stories about America, constantly. But when you visit, you just don't see it. Like, you know, I have to confess, like, before I went to Texas last year, I was kind of worried. You know, you see all these videos and stories about how, you know, Texas, there's so many, you know, out there, and you might get shot and this and that. But I went and I had the best time. I loved it. I had such an amazing time in Texas, to the point where I wanted to extend my stay. I was looking at, you know, moving there and stuff. It's just incredible how different the image of a country is versus what it actually is. It's wild. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And if you did, check out this video right here and hit the join button below. See you there.